Front Porch, WBOK 12:30 a.m. New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Braylon Brian Banks. Brother Nyron on the other side of the glass, y'all. Bringing it to you right here on this Travel Thursday, this 30th day of January 2025. The month is gone. We into the new year. Thank y'all for joining us as we begin the day's program. Coming to you from the historic campus of Xavier University from our studios right here at the foot of the overpass on South Norman C. Francis Parkway. www.wbok1230.com is the address if you're so inclined to stop on by. Grab yourself a comfortable chair, a mug or tumbler of your favorite Frosdale steaming adult beverage. Mind your manners. Holler at your people. Say good morning. And kick it with us for the next 3 hours as we continue to examine this world through a 504 focused scope. And of course, the number one top ranking way we love to hear from each and every one of y'all is the WBOK 1230 AM talk line. 504-582-9422 is the number. So if you're so inclined, give us a call. Good morning, Martin. I see you out there, Joyce and Wally. What's up, nephew? It's always good to see y'all. First thing in the morning, especially on the Thursday, because that's the weekend. It has started. So we're going to make things happen. First, man, I just want to say our deepest condolences and go out to the families all involved in this plane crash. I just haven't heard about a plane crash in so long. It's just been so new, but the midair collision of American Airlines jet and an Army helicopter, and they fear that there were no survivors, but up in the D.C. area, and that is just tragic. I woke up this morning and going in the bathroom and said, just turned on my phone, and right then it just automatically in my spirit, just like because that's all them souls just at one time just gone. So. Our deepest thoughts and prayers if you can got a few minutes to give some condolences to those families involved because I think it would be necessary, especially right about now. Everything's going on. All kind of stuff. Good morning, madam. How are you? That's a good way to be. Yes, indeed.
I saw the crash last night.
Oh, that was last night it happened?
I
See,
want to
yeah.
say, yeah,
Yeah, I didn't know.
it took place last night. Um, and uh, remember all of the signs that happened like over time. You had the locusts and the fires, and this feels like
Baldwin
that.
told you it's going to be no more water to fire next time. That's what he said.
Yeah,
Because the last time the man sent y'all a message was flood, but we didn't have flood. But we got everything
we
going on right now. Now I'm not gonna say I don't think it's the last days in that aspect. I don't see. We talking. I don't think it's the last days in that aspect. I think it may be the last days of some people's rule. I believe that, but I don't think it's the last days. The people who are in charge think that if they're not in charge, then it's the last days because they can't be in charge. I don't. Babylon, you're crumbling down, right?
um. So I feel like we had a whole lot of this happening um when the rich people decided that the lives of poor people or people who did not fall in line with their ways of thinking, they had to be shown that you are not the gods here. But since you're behaving like that, now we gotta scratch it off and start all over. And I feel like these incidents are plague like incidents.
I can see where you could come up with that. I really can. I really can. But
Plague like.
oh no, I get
Yeah.
what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Taken and cumulatively, when you look at them all together, and just look at, but I have not honestly. Now you can tell me when's the last time you heard about a plane crash?
It's been a long time. for a major airline. Now we've heard
U.S.
about
You know what? I need to clarify that. You're
we've
right.
heard about
Other plane
we've heard
crashes
about
and
like small planes or like private
yeah,
planes and and
yeah,
and those
two
types of
seaters or still
aircraft.
small.
Yes.
Yeah, but
But
passenger jets.
major
Yeah,
airlines?
yeah, yeah.
No.
No,
Absolutely not.
that's why when it hit me this morning, man, I was like, oh man, it's wow, wow. But
Mhm.
all those folks, man, deserve whatever extra good vibes you can afford to send up for everybody involved, because that's soldiers and civilians.
Mhm.
I don't, yeah.
Did
So
you see that the stock market lost, I think it was $1 trillion on yesterday?
yeah, they gonna find it. They gonna get it back. They gonna get it back. This all planned. They setting it up for cryptocurrency and all. Man,
So,
I'm not.
listen, in 1928,
Mhm. Well, I love history. You know I love history.
Republican former Secretary of Commerce Herbert Hoover defeated the Democratic nominee Governor Al Smith of New York after President Coolidge declined to seek re-election. Hoover emerged as a Republican frontrunner. But in 1929, that was the final year of the Roaring Twenties and the year of the Wall Street crash of 1929,
Hmm.
which brought on the Great Depression. And for those people who were saying, I need eggs too high, eggs have not gone down, they've gone up. Gas too high, gas is not going down, it's gone up. Uh, if you were expecting a stimulus check, you just dumb. But for all of the people said, for all of the daddy's home people and the people who respect him, y'all about to be in the crunch along with those other people. If you're on Social Security or your grandmother's on Social Security, what you gonna do when they cut that money? If you are a veteran and you thought that he was the great savior, you are DEI, morons. White women, y'all wasn't worried about it. Y'all, why do we need to have these programs? Who benefited the most off of those programs? Y'all, you big dummies. And as these things are happening to you, like the food funding, the SNAP benefits, the Medicaid, the Medicare, housing vouchers, all of those different funds that are getting removed, getting cut down, and the people who you were jeffing for, they're enriching themselves, and you sitting there with your hat in your hands. I don't feel sorry for you. I'm not going to applaud. I am laughing though, because we told you. And for the dudes who didn't want to see a woman, you rather see a white boy burn it down rather than you have a woman trying to save everybody, make things fair for everybody. She was not choosing to make things great for specific groups. She was even making things better for everybody. And for those of y'all who couldn't get out of your own way to either go to the polls or go to the polls and vote for her plan, you now have to sit and suffer. And for those of you who threw your votes away, you still hollering about why won't the Democrats do nothing about what's happening over in Palestine and in Gaza? You said you'd rather throw your vote away, and Jill Stein can't do nothing for you. Matter of fact, she went into hiding for 2 months. Then she showed up at an anti-Trump rally. Girl, if you don't go sit down and your followers too kick rocks with no shoes on, because you did this. You did it to yourselves.
Yeah, they did. So now you got to live with it. Ah,
Yeah.
put your head down and grind, baby.
Yeah.
I told you, this is not my fight. I don't care. I don't care. Election's over. That's done. Now you got with the election aftermath. I listen. I got a project 2025, and I'm telling you, I've been talking about it. Can't say I didn't say it. I didn't, don't say I didn't say it. I've been saying, I've been talking about it the whole time. I don't care. I see the switch. I see the bending over of so many different folks. I see you. Bruh, that's your business. Do what you got to do, cousin. I'm not interested or invested in trying to save you. That ship has sailed. I'm saving me and I'm saving mine, and I'm saving the ones in my tribe and my village, the ones who think alike. If you did what you did, you did it. God bless you. And I mean that. And if I can help you, I may. If I can. But again, I'm moved on. It's time to get it. Now you got to live with what you did. And I don't care. That doesn't mean I'm uncaring. Doesn't mean I don't feel. I probably feel deeper than a whole bunch of y'all. But at this point, listen, this is what you ordered. It's just beginning. The man ain't been in there before a month. And you're crying now? You're crying now?
He been in there a week, 2 weeks.
I haven't even, again, this is what you ordered. The Amazon truck had stopped in front of your house with the big smile on the side. The nice lady done got out there holding this box. She done knocked on your door, rung your bell. You done come picked it up and brought it in the house. I'm driving by on the street, minding my black business, on the way to doing my black thing. God bless y'all.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about.
Not on my knees.
See y'all on the other side of the break.
Start your day off right.
Just getting your day started.
Early morning gospel on WBOK 1230 AM.
Good morning. I'm Daryl Forges with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. An American Airlines plane collided with a Black Hawk helicopter near Reagan Airport in Washington, D.C. Here's what we know so far. At least 30 bodies have been pulled from the Potomac River. No other information has been released about casualties or survivors. The commercial plane was coming from Wichita, Kansas, and was carrying 60 passengers and 4 crew members. Among the passengers were figure skating athletes, coaches, and family members who attended a development camp in Wichita. The Russian state media also is reporting that ice skating world champions and coaches were on that flight. As for the Black Hawk helicopter, the Army has confirmed 3 people were on board. In news closer to home, police are investigating a shooting that left 1 man injured in the Pines Village neighborhood. Police say they received a call about shots being fired on Morrison Road around 12:40 this morning. It was then reported that a man arrived to the hospital around 1:15 with a gunshot wound. No further information has been given at this time, but call Crime Stoppers at 504-822-1111 if you have any information that can help police. The NOPD is also sifting through ways to make the French Quarter safer following that deadly terror attack on New Year's Day. Restricting Bourbon Street to just foot traffic is one thing they're considering. Business owners in the area say they're on board with that idea. It's also important to note, by the way, that under this idea, emergency vehicles, of course, would not be barred from driving down Bourbon Street. I'm Daryl Forges, and that's your headlines for WBOK. Have a great day.
Welcome to Chemical of the Month, a service of the community scientist and Rise St. James. This month, we're focusing on cadmium, a highly toxic metal commonly found in batteries, pigments, and industrial waste. Exposure can severely impact your lungs, kidneys, and bones. Visit risestjames.org to learn more about how cadmium affects you and what steps you can take to safeguard your family. Together, we can fight for a safer, healthier future. Rise St. James, standing strong for health, justice, and a toxic-free environment.
Do you know what United Way can do for you and your community? Find out by listening to United Way and You every Thursday at noon on WBOK 1230. United Way continues to fight for the most vulnerable members of the community. Find out how this Thursday and every Thursday at noon.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation is the nonprofit organization that owns the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival presented by Shell. With the funds generated from Jazz Fest, the foundation invests in Louisiana companies through economic development, cultural enrichment, and free educational programs. To learn more about what the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation does, please visit www.jazzandheritage.org.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the front porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
I'm your host, Graylin Bryan Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
That's Brother Byron on the other side of the glass. Y'all bringing it to you right here with the Sonic Breadcrumbs, brought to you to give you clues of where we headed on this Travel Thursday. Holla at your people, 504-582-9422. Yeah, you're right, Josh. They give them what they want because that's what they ask for. But you see, that's the whole thing about the devil. What you want. I make you tell me, just like I told you about vampires. How the vampire get you?
You have to invite them in.
Gotta invite them in. You gotta invite them in. You know, but he keep pushing, and everything he can do with executive order, he's doing. But
the weird thing about that part, right? Executive order, the things that he doesn't have an authority to do. Yeah, you're writing these executive orders, but you don't have the. Hey, Uncle Graylin, give Nairn your hat.
No.
I wrote the executive order. You give him your hat.
Well, I'm not king. You gotta understand, y'all have crowned the man king. Y'all have crowned him king. What you thought applied doesn't apply because the people who are around him, the sycophants who are around him, the people who actually crafted Project 2025, the people who he keep around him, those are the people whose agendas are getting moved forward. Trump don't know it's from another one.
No.
You understand?
No.
He don't know from Shinola and does not care. You just need to be obsequious. You need to be down with his programmed never to turn against him in order to be in his inner circle. And in the meantime, you can take all the money you want from rich people to get their agenda done because of your proximity to the king.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you ordered.
Yes, it is.
This is what you ordered, and this is what's been delivered.
Mm-hmm.
Open your box with a little smile on it. And if you're mad, take my grandmother's sage advice and scratch your and get glad.
Get glad, yes.
That's what you need to do. I don't care. Who is it going to affect? It's going to affect everybody. It's going to affect me too, yep. But I did my part.
Mm-hmm.
Josh said a little while earlier, I sleep well, knowing that I did my part. Y'all not worrying me. It's not. I'm going to be honest with you. It's going to hurt you all exponentially more than it will affect me. I have never received an unemployment check.
Oh, I have.
I have never received, and I'm saying that because I've been blessed.
Uh-huh.
It's not a brag, it's a bless, not a flex. I've been blessed. I worked in the industry that even when everybody else closed down, you needed security.
Yeah.
I've been blessed. I've never gotten an unemployment check. Never got none from the government. Got screwed around with the government from the road home. Wind up owing them money. Lord, how'd that happen? But anyway, again, I'm still blessed. So I knew then I could have very easily not voted and still been in the same position I was in right now because it doesn't matter. I wasn't going to win if Harris won. I'm not going to lose because Trump won. That's not how it works. Affected, yes. Changed my whole life?
No.
Neither one of them, because I've been working. I'm one of the people who is in the middle, one of the people who have consistently worked. I'm not who is going to be affected by this. I come from people who work pensions and all that. Some Social Security, some Medicare, of course. But if you mess with that, that's all right. We're going to be all right.
Yeah.
We're going to be just fine, boss.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've been just fine. But there are some of you who have no idea how to struggle, how to stand on your feet. I've been standing 10 toes down on my position. I got a foundation. You've heard me talk about it. I come from good stock. I come from good people, regular, simple, real people. And I'm blessed because of that. And when I tell you I don't care, I mean, I don't care. This is what you want. I would suggest you find a way to navigate these next 2 years. Maybe you'll do your part in the next election or the election after that.
Or if not, again, when you are, or people who are connected to you get messed over and you are struggling to find a way, because this is going to hit you at some point, because maybe not you directly, but it's going to hit your family.
It's going to hit you.
It's going to hit your family.
The sins of the fathers, baby. The sins of the fathers are visited upon the children. So you got to understand, y'all, this finger pointing and all this do that and villainizing anybody who does not look like you or pray like you. Well, this is what you ordered. You got your whole thing. Here it is. For the rest of y'all, I would not immerse myself in this foolishness. You're going to feel the effects when you need to feel effects. And if you don't need to go looking for it, because it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming. You know, why I say Bob Marley, because when the rain fall, it don't fall on one man's house.
Mm-hmm.
Just remember that. 504-582-9422.
Well, she sneaks around the world from Kiev to Carolina. She's a sticky-fingered filcher from Berlin down to Belize. She'll take you for a ride on a slow boat to China. Tell me, where in the world is
Carmen San Diego?
Steal their soul and
She on that end of the phone, man. That's where she is.
Good morning, Front Porch.
Good morning, Cam. How you doing?
Well, first of all, Deacon Banks, A to the M-A-M-E-N. All right, Deacon Banks, you done brought it today.
Amen, sister.
I think we on our way to Brazil.
Well, now, that's why they call her Cam San Diego.
There you go.
We felt like
And my hint is simple. Bossa Nova.
I see.
You
We
said it.
see. We were saying. I
My
said the
hint
same.
is
That's
simple.
right. Bossa Nova.
Nova. And if you know anything about Bossa Nova, you know you might be in Rio somewhere. Rio de Janeiro.
That's
somewhere.
right.
So, or somewhere else.
Somewhere in Brazil. And
Brazil.
That's right. And we going all over today. So now that y'all know where we going, strap in, have yourself a good time, make yourself a good kashaka if you have the requisite ingredients, and enjoy your stay in
and
Brazil.
Hopefully we get a little of the late great Sergio Mendes.
Oh yes, man. We got
just a little.
Super producer Nyron has been deep in the wax,
Thank you, Nyron, in advance.
All right, Cam.
Y'all have a good day.
You do too, love. Thank you.
Right,
bye. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. Brazil. Y'all know Afro Brazil.
Put your basista on, get a little samba going.
If not that basista, her the sister.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Do you some stretching, get you some capoeira in there, because you should definitely stretch before ever attempting capoeira. It is not for the people who don't tend to exercise regularly.
It's up and down. I tried it once.
Really?
Oh yeah, because I loved it. It's the ground fighting.
Yes.
You go to the ground. I went to the ground. I didn't get back up, and I left. I said, "Oh no, Mister." I should, because it would be great to start little kids and girls. Girls love capoeira.
My daughter, is a beast.
Oh yeah,
is a beast.
Man, you want to get your girl
with them long legs. Oh,
wrap you up like a spider.
And that's it. What she looks like, because she has those very long limbs, that the reach, and then she goes over your head with them long limbs. Yeah, she looks just like a long-legged spider.
Yeah. Ground fighting, man. Yeah, it's an art. It's an art. Shouts out to the capoeira.
Yes.
Capoeiras. That's it. Yes. Who are working in the city and who still teach. So if you're interested, go check it out.
Casa Samba is a group that has, they have classes on Race Street, Uptown, at the Nord. Community Center. I want to say it's on. I want to say it's on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays.
Okay.
I danced with them when I was in college, and they have an appreciation for the thick girls.
Yeah, so do me.
Very good appreciation for the thick girls, and the costuming though is very tricky.
Yeah, I can see that.
Very tricky
because there's more movement in some than are in others, but
But it's the placing. It's almost like pasties.
Do your thing.
It's almost like pasties.
The
most elaborate pieces that you'll have on you may be your headpiece. That's it. But the rest of it is like dot.
Because you can't get in the way all that day.
Yeah.
You can't get in the way all that day. You got do not come and try to bridle these horses. Do not try to come and hold them down. You got to let them do what nature intended for them to do. And do they?
They do. We used to perform at what's that? It's on the corner in on Frenchman. It's yellow. Across from
where you at on Frenchman?
Yeah, on Frenchman. It's across, I think it was across from
Cafe Brazil.
There you go.
Yeah.
We they have Brazilian drummers that used to go there, and we go and use it for rehearsal time, like especially if you're just learning how to samba.
Yes.
To get the people who were trying to get their feet together, and the footwork is very, very quick. So getting your feet to go and your hips to go at the same time, and really the top portion of your body is still.
It's still.
But
which is an engineering miracle. It's so, listen, you ever seen a Brazilian come, man? You say, oh my goodness, it is beautiful.
So to get those and get people to get their feet feet together, and also to get people. Americans tend to dance flat foot, but you cannot do that. You can do it, but it doesn't look good. So to get you to get on the balls of your feet, to get the quicker movement, because then you don't have to
Gotta
worry
come
about
up
your
off.
heels
Yeah.
in the way, and then getting your hips to make it's almost like figure eights. So getting your hips to do that, it takes some people a little time to get it, but once they do, it's
I
like,
sell
all right,
tickets to practice.
go.
Josh, you'll buy a ticket to the
Oh,
practice?
I said, I think between now and the time I turn 50, I'm gonna do one more run with them, and
Yeah, it's beautiful, man.
yeah,
I've
one more.
been seeing Casa Samba for decades. They've been around for a good while.
Shout out to Curtis and Carolyn.
That's right. That's
Yes.
right. Beautiful, man. Been
Love
doing
them.
it. And it's dance, because it's funny, because the other day we were talking about flamenco,
Mm-hmm.
which is also footwork,
Yes.
which keeps the upper body stiff.
Yes.
And there's some similarities to the but Latin America and the Caribbean. It's not surprising.
Well, we all got dropped off in other places,
What?
and that is the connection with the music.
That's the
what we were
music.
talking about. When I was listening to me, I was like, "We're going to Brazil." And you're like, "Yeah, we're going to Brazil." And so we went through several different cultures of music. It's like it was jazz music, but this is this particular rhythm of this drum, because there is some bottom belt bambula drum in the Brazilian music. And then we were talking about the counting. So if I'm teaching dance to music that's American music, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's what you see, right? But then when you get into different diasporic music of Black people, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4,
That's
catching
New Orleans.
those or 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, like, so all of those different counts or different spacing in the rhythms, but it all falls in a pathway of people who came from the continent. So yeah, we're magic.
I think so.
We're magic.
I think so. So we hope y'all enjoy our foray down to Brazil.
Yes.
We'll be serenading you with the music from there all day. Now that Cam San Diego have given you our destination, and if you have been traveling to that area of the world, hit us up and let us know what you thought about it. You can call us at 504-582-9422, or you can give us a text if you are on the Facebook, and keep it as we change the names to protect the innocent. As you see fit. we don't have a standard, but as you see fit.
Yeah, Josh said he would buy season tickets.
Oh, to the practice?
To the
yes,
practice.
sir, boy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I love it because that is why I think Do What You Wanna was such a infectious and real song. Because when it comes to second line, we've always give love to them thick girls. Because them thick girls could move footwork, oh, babe, what, you kidding me? Anybody, if you know you've been at the second line, little bit of girls got great footwork, but they got some thick ones out there can roll you, and I'm talking about street second line. I ain't talking about one song. I ain't well, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about blocks. I'm talking about blocks when the band playing. Now this different from being in the club. This different from being in the club. What up, B Trusty? Good morning, brother.
Ryan Trusty.
Yes, indeed.
The king of carnival.
Bro.
What should the people be doing right now to get prepared for carnival? Is it time for them to start their walking? Because he has a plan that he lets people know it is after King's Day. He lets them know how you are setting up your walking regimen for you to be prepared for carnival. And, if you're a drinker, how to do that.
Get your body ready, baby.
Yeah, throughout the day. So
yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Where you at, real?
Give us,
Josh, them girls that can dance are a national treasure. You already know. And I'm telling you right now, baby, there ain't nothing like I have been mesmerized behind somebody who could dance good, that was thick, that could roll. I'm mesmerized. I could dance. band play. I'd be right just walking in the beat. Just, I'd have lost all my foot. I'd have lost all my
totally
swag.
distracted, but we still rolling.
Ooh. Rolling is the right word. Rolling, and that's what happened, baby. Let me tell you something. I know, and it is always a good thing. It is always a good thing. That has never been our standard. That is a standard that's been thrust upon us. That's a different standard of beauty and voluptuousness and different ways to see. Yeah. Oh, listen, Zaftig is one of my favorite words. Zaftig. It's a great word. Look it up.
Brian, okay, I'm going to share this with our listening audience. Right now, you should be walking and drinking 2 miles per day.
Drinking.
Walking. Drinking.
While I'm drinking?
2 miles per day.
I spill my beer.
Well, per day, not an hour, because you're not power walking on Carnival. You are.
No, you in the
You
endurance.
walk, you stop. Hey, how you
marathon.
doing? You're giving hugs. Yeah. Matter of fact, get your hug. Your hug strong. Your dab. Make sure your hands are moisturized, because by the time you finish dapping and pounding people off, your hands gonna be dry. So I'll add that into your regimen as well.
There you go. Moisturize.
Yeah, there you go.
Good with it. It's gonna be good for you. The Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 a.m. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Don't go nowhere, y'all. Stick and stay. We're gonna take this quick break, and we're gonna see you on the other side of it.
This is your news update for WBOK 1230 AM from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Patchy fog possible this morning, especially over water. Visibility at times could be less than a mile. We're a good 10 to 15 degrees warmer than yesterday's start. Mostly cloudy, highs in the upper 60s to mid-70s and breezy. Showers and storms after midnight through the Friday morning commute. Then partly cloudy Friday, highs similar to today. The weekend looks nice. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
Late nights are made for chillin', and you can do just that every Sunday night at 10 p.m. as DJ Wick brings you The Love Zone. It's the perfect way to top off your weekend with your favorite old and new school ballads. So sit back, relax, and let DJ Wick take you to the Love Zone on WBOK 1230 a.m. and on the World Wide Web at WBOK1230.com.
Are you passionate about community safety and police accountability? Tune in to The Monitor's Mic, where we talk about oversight, policing, and you. Hosted by the Office of Independent Police Monitor, we're here to shine a light on policing issues that matter, from real-time policing updates to in-depth interviews. Get the facts and stay informed. We're breaking down complex issues, highlighting community voices, and holding people behind the badge accountable. Join us for an informative hour every Friday at noon on WBOK. Your city, your police, your show. The Monitor's Mic.
Flu cases are at critical levels. I'm Dr. Takesha Charles Davis, President and CEO of New Orleans East Hospital. It is so important that our community gets its flu vaccine. Millions of people are hospitalized every year with flu complications, and thousands of those cases result in death. Flu Ready NOLA urges you to protect yourself and your loved ones by getting your flu shot today. Visit a healthcare provider, pharmacy, or hospital to get your shot and be flu ready, NOLA.
This is Andronika Morris, host of Put Housing First. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock, where we will discuss how housing affects every aspect of our lives and what's necessary, what's needed to guarantee housing for all. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock as we dig down deep onto the issues that affect all of us.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Eu quis amar, mas tive medo e quis salvar meu coração, mas o amor sabe um segredo. O medo pode matar o seu coração. Água de beber, camarada. Água de beber, camarada. Debatunda, badelada badaba, debatunda, badelada badaba, debatunda. Eu nunca fiz coisa tão certa. Entrei pra escola do perdão. A minha casa vive aberta. Abre todas as portas do coração. Água de beber, camarada. Água de beber, camarada. Água de beber, camarada. Tibanda, badelada badaba, tibanda, badelada badaba, tibanda.
Welcome back, y'all. Front Porch. WBOK 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
I'm your host, Braylon Bryan. Right?
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. My bad.
That's Brother Nyron on the other side of the glass. This is the effect of Brazilian music. It takes you away and makes you wish you were somewhere where you are not.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yes.
It's all good.
So I was distracted because, so have you heard of Hillman Talk University?
Hillman Top?
Yeah, Human Talk. Hillman Talk.
TOC, you're saying?
TOK.
TOK. Hillman Talk.
Yes.
No, I have not heard of Hillman Talk.
So, there, I don't know if you've heard the movement about the 92% of people have decided they're resting during this administration. We're not telling y'all nothing. We're not supporting. We're not marching. We're not doing none of that mess at all. We are chilling.
Mhm.
And so some Black professors have, well, it started off with Dr. Barlow, who is a professor of she's teaching African American studies, and she's had a TikTok for her students to give them updates. Well, if it came across your For You page, people were like, oh, African American studies?
Mhm.
People started following the class. Class that was meant for 35 people now has 559,000 people enrolled in the intro to African American studies. Now, as a result of that, other professors have begun to look at April Diamond said, I'm a proud student of Hillman Talk University.
All right.
So as a result of that, other Black professors have started teaching other courses regarding different things that you need to know. So you got chemistry teachers, you have finance teachers, you have if you can think of it, there's even a crocheting class that you can sign up.
Right on.
And now they have a website that shows you what classes are available, the syllabi for it, what you're reading, your text. I mean, like, it's a whole thing. Black people are magic, and some of the white people are upset because, like, we can't have nothing without them wanting to be a part of, and some of them have been removed from the classes because they don't know how to act, and you know, and they, of course, they want to create their own version of
Go
whatever, and
right
that's
ahead.
fine. We
You've
don't
already
care.
got it. It's called America.
Well, there's that, but what caught my attention just now, there is a book that just came up called Black AF History.
I got that. I gave that.
The unwhitewashed
I
story
gave that
of
to
America.
my son-in-law for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I gave that the book that you pull up right there. Yes, ma'am.
And so it is written by Michael Harriot. And I think this may be one of the texts for maybe another book. But the TikTok shop, or the things that people are able to make money, if you are somebody who has a product or an item that you want to sell, like, this is how people were able to generate income. So those TikTok professors are now creating income because they are, while teaching, creating content that are getting so many views. I just told you, it's like almost 600,000 that's enrolled into intro African American studies. And April said it's a beautiful movement started and led by Black women, and people are invested. They want to know. But if you come there and you are not a part of the community, they will exit you out if you don't act right.
Well, and any place of learning should be place. It's debate, but don't come here judging. And matter of fact, why are you here? If you don't like what we're doing, if you don't want to be here, but see, this is the part that I have been saying. We sometimes need a push, and we got lazy. We got complacent, and we're led into a false sense of security that I was, because I kept saying, bet on America. I was betting on the better angels among us, us, U.S. citizens.
I know y'all was ain't nothing, so that's why I couldn't buy it.
Right.
today.
Well, I was, and I'm telling you, that's the way I'm built. Thank you, Father. And because I will always be that way. And even with that, I see the benefit of my being wrong about you, because in that being wrong, we now have to depend more on each other, which is what we've been missing quite some time. Again, we've made every other people that come here rich, and we're doing it now with Hispanics. We're doing it the same thing. The same stores that were owned by people who were Jewish, people who were Italian, people who were Iranian, people who were Vietnamese, are now owned by people who are from Latin America, who are Hispanic. And the people whose neighborhoods they're in, ours, but we don't own none of them, and we don't spend no money with each other. If that has been the case, you've been programmed to think like that. Y'all know me. This is not new. It's not nothing you never heard from me before. But I think now that your feet are pushed against the wall, the greatness that is inherent in all of us will probably be pushed to the surface, because pressure creates diamonds. You understand? That's why I'm not worried. They say, why are you always optimistic? Because I know we was here first.
I knew that it would take a turn and things would have to improve, because people had to touch the fire to know it's hot. The issue, and what I know about humans, is that you touching the fire to know, or you needing to touch the fire to know it's hot, is also going to inconvenience me. And that's the piece that I did not want to have to deal with. That you were inconveniencing me.
You will.
But I have no doubt that things will get better, because it doesn't have any other choice but to do that. But it was like, make this kill you, not us.
No, because you got to get, that's the part about it. That's what you thought you were doing. That's what you thought you were doing. You thought you were sicking them on us. And you got to remember that old adage is, when you point one finger at me, you got three of them pointed back at you. You didn't even notice that, did you? You didn't even notice that. Well, there is none blind, there's some who will not see, but you gonna see now, Weezy.
And the other thing is, if you're gonna dig a ditch, you better dig two. One for me and one for you.
The Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Don't go nowhere, stick and stay. We're gonna see y'all on the other side of the break.
campus of Xavier University. WBOK 1230 AM. Go. An Equity Media Station.
This news report is brought to you by New Schools for New Orleans.
I'm Bree Wood with 4 things you should know with BIN News. More than 30 bodies have been pulled from the Potomac River after last night's collision between a passenger plane and a military helicopter near Washington, D.C. Officials do not expect to find any survivors, and the operation is changing from rescue to recovery. President Trump signed an executive order to prepare a 30,000 migrant facility at Guantanamo Bay. The Departments of Defense and Homeland Security will handle the preparations. More questioning of President Trump's nominees continues today. Kash Patel will face senators for the FBI leadership role, Tulsi Gabbard for Director of National Intelligence, and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. for Secretary of Health and Human Services. And Rihanna showed up to support A$AP Rocky at his ongoing assault trial in LA. He faces 2 felony counts and could get up to 24 years if convicted. He pleaded not guilty and declined a plea deal. I'm Bree Wood on the Black Information Network, your home for Black News First.
New Schools for New Orleans wants to send a special shout out to our partner, the All-State Sugar Bowl. During the holiday break, over 30 teachers had the opportunity to ride in the New Year's Eve parade, and boy, did they have a blast. In addition, we had over 60 teachers attend the All-State Sugar Bowl game. Out of the 60, 11 teachers received a $1,000 gift card to purchase needed supplies to enhance the learning experiences for their students. Thank you, All-State Sugar Bowl, for your commitment to NOLA's teachers.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Dessa temporada, mas não diga nada que me viu chorando e pros dar pesada diz que eu vou levando. Vê como é que anda aquela vida à toa e se puder me manda uma notícia boa. Me manda uma notícia boa. Ai, meu irmão, pega esse avião, você tem razão. Olha, não diga nada que me viu chorando e dos dá pesada diz que eu vou levar. Pede perdão pela duração dessa temporada. Como é que anda aquela vida à toa e se puder me manda.
Welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
I'm your host, Graylin Bryant Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Good morning, y'all.
Brother Nyron's on the other side of the glass. Y'all, no more Sonic breadcrumbs. You done got a whole loaf of bread because y'all know where we going. Jack Brazil.
Yay.
Hoping you're enjoying this Travel Thursday foray because we sure are enjoying bringing it to you. Thank you for sticking with us as we roll into this second hour of today's broadcast. Continuing from the idyllic campus of Xavier University from our studios right here at the foot of the overpass on South Norman C. Francis Parkway. www.wbok1230.com is the address. Holler at your people or give us a call, 504-582-9422. And we want to thank the callers for holding on through the break. Good morning, Elwin.
Yes.
Good morning.
Next week, I'm going to give you the winner of the Super Bowl.
Good morning.
Good morning, Kim.
Good morning, Elwin.
Good morning, Braylon.
Kim got you on the tip.
Say what?
Kim got you on the tip.
That's all right. She can have me on the tip all she wants.
Oh, I know. It is obvious. You right there. You tell me about what she could have. I told you. So anyway, what you said next week about the Super Bowl, about what you were saying?
Next week, I will pick the winner of the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Why you got to wait till next week?
Because next week the game starts.
But do you already know who's going to be in the Super Bowl? What you waiting on, the injury report?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, that's why. That makes sense.
Who's going to play and who's not going to play and all that other good stuff.
All right. All right. With all things being equal, who would you pick?
Say it again?
With all things being equal, everybody playing that's supposed to play, all things good, who would you pick?
You know, I like Philadelphia. But I like Kansas City too.
So I'm going to ask you again, and look, put the phone by your good ear. Which do you pick? Who's going to win? Pick a team. Because whoever you pick, I got the other team. Whoever you pick.
We can wait till next week for that.
We got to wait. I'm going to pick a team now. You ain't going to have no choice. Nah.
Pick it.
Go Eagles.
Okay.
All right. Kim got the Eagles. She just hollered out go Eagles because she might have Tourette's.
Well, I don't know.
Brittany Mahomes is a Trump supporter. And so her husband is a Trump supporter, and it's FDT over here. So go Eagles.
Well, listen, that's a good point. That's a good point.
You know, I like the Eagles too, and because they got Vaughn from us.
Okay.
The linebacker they playing.
All right.
But I like Kansas City too.
Well, I'm a wait because you done said that 3 times and ain't picked none yet.
But you gonna
so
wait,
I'm gonna have to wait till next week.
Yeah, wait till next week, and I'll make my pick Monday.
All right. Well, we're gonna look forward to that. We'll be here Monday if the Lord spare life and creek don't rise again, and you can let us know who your winner is gonna be in the Super Bowl. All right.
That's good.
And then I want you to tell me why.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why next week.
There you go. All right, my brother.
Now wait a minute.
Yes, sir.
Now, is this Travel Thursday?
It is Travel Thursday.
I'm gonna say Boston.
All right. Why are you gonna say Boston?
Because the music you've been playing, you've been giving me clues.
All right. Well, let me ask you this: have you been listening to the show?
Yeah.
Have you been listening to the show since the beginning?
Yeah.
Are you familiar with a caller who we call Cam San Diego?
I know a guy named San Diego, but I don't know.
Never mind.
But
But you know when we talk about Cam on the Front Porch, right? So if you was listening to the show and when Cam called, she gave us the destination, and it wasn't Boston. You didn't hear that when she called?
No, I didn't hear that.
All right. You must have been stepped outside, took you a little walk, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. I know when you be missing stuff, I know it's a good reason for it. But no, sir, we're not going to Boston, and Naira's not there, so I have to give you a. That's for you. All right.
Yeah, that's good.
There you go. Enjoy the rest of your day, Elwin.
You too.
Bye bye.
Bye, Kim.
Bye, Elwin.
504-582-9422. What up, brother Larry?
Hey, Grella, my kindred spirit. And how you doing? What's your girl name? I forgot.
Something my name is. She new, man. I can't keep all these new people names in my head.
Toby White, beautiful. Oh, Kimber.
Good morning, Mr. Larry.
How you guys doing? It's been a long time no hear.
Yes,
it's been good,
it's great
man.
to hear from you.
Absolutely.
I've been trying to pick my spots. And you guys were talking earlier about second lining. So, I come from that culture somewhat.
Yes, sir.
And I heard Graylin mention about sisters that's Rubenesque.
Yeah.
Luminesque.
Rubenesque.
Yeah,
Rubenesque.
like,
yes,
what's
sir.
really true about it. In 2016, I was marching with 9 time. I was the Duke.
Okay.
My niece was the queen, and my nephew was the king.
All right.
So they made me ride on the floor. I was anointed. I just didn't want to be in it, no girl, but I said, yeah, because I was the oldest.
I get it.
Was the
You had to be there.
I had to be there, but and guess what? I enjoyed it.
I know you did.
I enjoyed it because that's where I came from. And it was like on YouTube, they have something called Second Line Sunday in New Orleans on YouTube. You guys got to really check that out. Like Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire don't have nothing on these kids.
No, man.
No, not at all.
I heard something. Kimber told me this about a few or 4 months ago. She said she don't really go to second line.
I don't.
And it kind of got me. I said, well, she was a music instructor. She should go and just see these kids dance. I said she might really pick up something because she's a dance instructor.
Uh-huh.
And they have this young girl called Second Line Shorty.
Yes, sir. She's been on the show twice.
She certainly has.
She's been to France, right?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
She's been to France. They flew her to France to teach the French kids how to dance. Off the streets of New Orleans. Had no previously dancing knowledge, just second line. But I seen a video of her, and I wonder where she got that from. And they showed her mother. Most of those steps came from her mother, and her mother used to be in a second line band.
Yes, indeed.
So this girl, you checked her footwork, huh, Kimber?
Yes, sir. She is a phenom, and I see her. We talk every time we see each other, but she was featured at Essence 2024 on the night that I think Missy Elliott performed. She and High Sizzle. She was on the Jumbotron with High Sizzle, just not debuting, but like exposing the entire dome to who she was and, her amazing ability to roll how she does. That girl got some footwork. She got some stamina too, my God.
And, it was just taught off the streets of New Orleans. But Graylin, and when you watch Second Line Sunday in New Orleans, you guys make sure you go to YouTube and check this. Man, I was just amazed at some of these young brothers.
Oh, yeah.
It was like I was seeing things, I've seen different groups, time element. I've been watching Second Line for 50, 60 years.
Right, right.
I've seen a development of different styles. See, one time they didn't let girls march. They didn't even have girls that had second line groups. Women, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
So they just started including women. When they started including women, the whole game changed. They brought a different thing to it.
Different
that
energy.
made it go to the next level.
Yep, a
Women
whole different
made it
energy.
go to the next level. But these young boys, man, I seen things I thought I seen Graylin. I never seen that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Man, I'm gonna tell you what it is, guys. because I participated in this for a while. It's a spiritual thing.
It
is.
absolutely is.
It definitely is.
You can't teach it. It's when it gets you. And this New Orleans is such a place that is so different and so spiritual that the spirit grabs these little boys or young men and women.
And women and little boys.
Mm-hmm.
And little girls. Yep.
Oh, man. Girl, it's things I thought I'd seen it all. I ain't seen nothing.
I try to tell you, baby, it's a beautiful thing, but spiritual is the right word, Brother Larry. I'm telling you, I done been out in the middle of it.
Yeah, I know you have. You said that. I was telling that to Kim because
I have been to Second Lines. I don't go to Second Lines.
Baby. You're a dance instructor. You pick up some of that stuff, man, that come from the street that's really spiritual.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Well,
it is beautiful.
I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Check out Second Line Sunday in New Orleans. They have about 10 groups. They have clips of them, of dudes there, people dancing.
Okay.
And it was something like I never seen.
I will check it out. Most definitely.
Okay,
Thank
guys.
you for the advice, Brother Larry.
All right, Kim Buck.
All right, Mr. Larry. And listen,
all right, baby.
Have a good one.
I will.
Yeah, you're
All
right. Take care. That's all right.
Just-
Second Line Sunday in New Orleans. I have
Yeah.
to check that out.
Just so that you guys are aware, there is no requirement or no limit to your phone calls. Like we used to have call once a day. You can only call once. That is
I
no
think that
longer.
is- yeah, you can
so
call.
I don't want you to hold your words.
Yeah, if you want to talk
if you
to us,
want to
call
talk, yeah, you can.
Yeah,
You're
you wanna
welcome
talk
to
to
call
Call
on the
Gerard,
other
you wanna
shows.
call in the
Yeah,
morning?
absolutely.
Yeah.
You no longer have to
It's all good.
to hold your calls as
That's
it
right.
had been before.
504-582-9422 if you want to call. Brother Corey, good morning. What's happening with you?
Well, we don't say good morning no more because it's a morning. We're not in morning no more. Are we in morning?
No, I'm not in morning.
I'm not in morning.
Okay. All right, good. But remember, the dialect that we use could bring your life and bring your other thing to you, okay? So we got to know that. And grilling. And you're absolutely right about, these stores. But it's a system that's been going on since, before you came to existence on this, on this physical plane. So this has been done. You know what I'm saying? And grilling, look here. I'm not speaking to the my friends who are the other persuasion, white or whatsoever. I've been talking about even some of my black friends as well too.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about putting our money together to do certain things, get something. That's why I said I just want to be left alone.
I hear
you know what I'm saying? Because I went through all that with everyone. You know what I'm saying? To everything to find out who can we say to actually revitalize our city and our state. You know what I'm saying? And, I told you, one of my elders, was speaking in the third person to me. You say somebody got to break that. I said, well, I guess let me go do what I do. But I said to myself, is it, truly something that I seek to do? No. And then, one of my, illustrious people that I've been with for, follow and helped them out a long time ago and, became a politician.
Mm-hmm.
He said to me, what you want me to write you a check? I said, no, man, I just want to be a community center. Let me say it again. It's still not happening. But so I know.
Don't you say it still ain't happened?
It still ain't happening. So guess what? So let me say, look here, it's very vital that you take care of yourself, take care of your family and everything. Even my own family, bro, don't want to do sometimes. And that's kind of bad, Damn, really? I'm not that terrible person, so no one want to do business with me? Really? Okay. So I thought about it, and I said, well, okay, it is what it is, and God's going to make it happen regardless of how you want to see it. And know this for a fact. Whatever the other ones that seek to go against anything on this planet, do you know this earth is like an embryo. It's a living organism, meaning that if their thoughts are going any kind of way, then pureness and truth and love and peace is going to be falling on their heads now. It's a whole new system, my brothers and sisters. Even your thoughts will come to your own doorstep, regardless of what it is. So again, we have to realize two things. One is, our unity in any format. You know, say if you're into any kind of organization, if your unity is not strong with your organization, what kind of organizations do you have? That's why I never really joined no organizations here, because I don't see, you know, these organizations. Let's take a. I'm not gonna name any, but these organizations should get together, you know, and at least buy all the properties up around here, have their people living in them, have their daughters are living in them. But what are we doing? What you doing? What y'all doing? Nothing. So I'm saying to everyone who listened to these words, you know, yeah, hey, self-fulfillment is the key. And I guarantee you, once you have your self-fulfillment and you open up those gateways of the spiritual enlightenment, everybody will come. And I say this to them in this respect because it's that time of year. And Kimber, one more thing, Kimber.
Did you say good morning before you addressed me? Let's start there.
I don't use good morning. I just said,
did you greet me?
Start off with that, Grayling?
Did you greet me?
You did. You started off by saying you don't say good morning.
Right, but did you greet me is the question.
Before
you address me.
Hey, did I greet Grayling yet? No, I said his name. I said his name.
Several times.
Kimber, let me apologize to that. Kimber, greetings to you, Kimber. And one more thing, Kimber.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, when you saw those children, you know, as you call it, dehumanizing themselves, dancing and getting pat on the head, when you saw that, did you go over there and say, here, take this $200, take this $300, but you don't have to do this no more, or you just walked away?
So you talking about children, or are you asking me about an adult? Because I think you tend to conflate the conversation. Because if I saw a child, I wouldn't let a child get to the point that they felt like they needed to be on their knees. But with regard to a grown up,
Kimber, you said quote unquote, children people degrading themselves, dancing, tap dancing, and getting on their knees and have people patting their money.
Men.
Okay, men. Okay, did you go to the men and say, yo, why are you doing this? And say, here, take this $100 to $300 for you don't have to do this? Did you go do that?
The men that are around me don't do that. They don't live on their knees. They don't look for pats on the head. So the people who I see that do that, the people who I see that do that, if they were in my sphere, I definitely would say, my baby, get off your knees.
And you're going to give them some resources. Okay, great. I appreciate that. Thank you. Because some people, we look by and just walk away without even trying to assist those people that, you know, if they're so-called, you know, degrading themselves, to help them out a little bit. So I appreciate that thought pattern. Thank you. And Grayling, and let me say this I'm not seeking to persuade anybody to do anything any kind of way. I'm not seeking no benefit on this place for anything at all. I'm just seeking to give you some awareness about life, so you can go ahead on and everyone can listen, so they can go ahead and prepare themselves for the Great Awakening. And once they get the Great Awakening, then, hey, life is going to be really great. You know, and let me say it again. Man told me a long time ago, he said, yo, you need to, you know, he told me you need to date outside my race. I'm like, no, I'm not going to date nobody if I got to date outside my race. You know what I'm saying? So and I say that, you know, because I don't have no race. I am who I am. You know, I'm a spirit. And that's all we should be thinking about. You know, and everything revolves around the spirit. Spirit controls the matter. Okay? So let me say that peace and love to y'all. And, you know, again, you know, find those people that you can do things with, and build your own fortress and live life to the fullest. And don't concern yourself with all these other distractions going on, because once it comes, if it do come to around any one of us that I speak to around here, if you're talking about the Trump and all the other people, so they're doing what they do. And it's been going on for years. So how can you say anything about anything if you don't even know the inside scoop of everything? So please, let's be the inside scoop of everything, so we can get the direct knowledge, so we can go directly to the source, so we can get the things that you need, your family need, and the people need at all times. So peace and love, man. Thank you.
All right, Brother Corey. It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Stick and stay. Y'all don't go nowhere. Got to take this quick break, and we're going to see you on the other side of it.
This is your news update for WBOK 1230 AM from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Patchy fog possible this morning, especially over water. Visibility at times could be less than a mile. We're a good 10 to 15 degrees warmer than yesterday's start. Mostly cloudy, highs in the upper 60s to mid-70s and breezy. Showers and storms after midnight through the Friday morning commute. Then partly cloudy Friday, highs similar to today. The weekend looks nice. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
Good morning. I'm Daryl Forges with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. An American Airlines plane collided with a Black Hawk helicopter near Reagan Airport in Washington, D.C. Here's what we know so far. At least 30 bodies have been pulled from the Potomac River. No other information has been released about casualties or survivors. The commercial plane was coming from Wichita, Kansas, and was carrying 60 passengers and 4 crew members. Among the passengers were figure skating athletes, coaches, and family members who attended a development camp in Wichita. The Russian state media also is reporting that ice skating world champions and coaches were on that flight. As for the Black Hawk helicopter, the Army has confirmed 3 people were on board. In news closer to home, police are investigating a shooting that left 1 man injured in the Pines Village neighborhood. Police say they received a call about shots being fired on Morrison Road around 12:40 this morning. It was then reported that a man arrived to the hospital around 1:15 with a gunshot wound. No further information has been given at this time, but call Crime Stoppers at 504-822-1111 if you have any information that can help police. The NOPD is also sifting through ways to make the French Quarter safer following that deadly terror attack on New Year's Day. Restricting Bourbon Street to just foot traffic is one thing they're considering. Business owners in the area say they're on board with that idea. It's also important to note, by the way, that under this idea, emergency vehicles, of course, would not be barred from driving down Bourbon Street. I'm Daryl Forges, and that's your headlines for WBOK. Have a great day.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation is the nonprofit organization that owns the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival presented by Shell. With the funds generated from Jazz Fest, the foundation invests in Louisiana communities through economic development, cultural enrichment, and free educational programs. To learn more about the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation, please visit us at www.jazzandheritage.org.
Are you ready to make a difference in your community? Join me, Randy Chambliss, and my co-hosts Dion Dana and Barry Mallory on Helping the Village Radio Show, where we raise awareness, advocate for real solutions, and coordinate supportive services to prevent and reduce homelessness. We're connecting the dots to build stronger, thriving communities. Tune in every first and third Saturday at 2 p.m. as we collaborate with local leaders, real estate investors, and nonprofits, working together to provide hope and opportunity for those in need. Helping the Village Radio Show, empowering change one community at a time.
Welcome to Liberty Bank and Trust, where your financial journey transforms communities. Since 1972, our customized banking solutions power your dreams and fuel your community growth. Every dollar you invest with us circles back to empower more people, ensuring opportunities for generations. Join us at Liberty Bank. Together, we empower possibility. Visit libertybank.net to start banking with purpose. Liberty Bank, there's freedom here.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
I was as wrong as I could be to let you get away from me. I'll regret that move for as long as I'm living. But now that I've come to see the light, all I want to do is make things right. So just say the word and tell me that I'm forgiven. You and me, we're gonna be better than we were before. Loved you then, but now I intend
day long.
I'm your host, Graylin Bryant Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
For the Nirans on the other side of the glass, y'all. Hope you enjoying our Thursday travel foray to the wonderful country of Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all kind of great music coming from down there, y'all. We hope you enjoying it because we certainly are enjoying bringing it to you.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
And okay, so I'm not beyond forwarding some conspiracy stuff. Josh said, I hate to be a conspiracist, but a plane coming from Kansas, a state that has the TB outbreak, just so happens to crash into an Army helicopter? Don't sound right to me. Cam said, you're right, something smells.
Mm-hmm.
While he said, ain't no such thing as coincidence. What y'all think? What they had people with TB on? I don't know. But according to what Doc said yesterday, if somebody had TB, they probably wouldn't be able to travel. Got to remember that.
Mm-hmm. They wouldn't be if they were viral or at the point that they were contagious. They wouldn't be able to. They wouldn't be able to travel because they'd be too ill.
Yeah.
And then if they were not contagious,
latent.
Yeah.
If you had latent TB,
then you'd be fine, and you're not able to.
Yeah, you can't infect anybody. It's not contagious. You good to go as long as it's latent.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know, y'all. I mean, maybe y'all just seeing all kinds of stuff.
And
maybe y'all just seeing all kind of stuff, putting it together.
There were some ice skaters on the plane. I think
Russian and American.
So and
Russian and American
add
ice
that
skating.
to it too.
It's an international.
Add
conspiracy.
that to it too. So you know,
y'all been watching the new season of The Night Agent. Yes, indeed. Well, listen. You know, I'm not a big believer in coincidence at all, but we it is interesting.
So
that is interesting.
Kansas City
in the Army helicopter.
Flight from Kansas City carrying many passengers that included Russian
and American
ice skaters.
Ice skaters. It wasn't ballet. It was ballet dancers or ice skaters.
I think they were skaters.
I know they were teams.
And Kansas City being the state or the city that has a TB outbreak, hit by a Black Hawk helicopter.
That's a big helicopter.
That's a lot going on. Was it foggy for them to? Because Black Hawks, I don't think they follow like flight plans where they go to and don't fly without seeing. Something, yeah.
But isn't that why it's called an accident?
But was it?
See, I'm just going with people that was said it did. I don't have nothing to the contrary. Circumstantial evidence, supposition, and conjecture. That's what that is. I have no idea. The plane hit the helicopter or the helicopter hit the plane over the airport, over the water.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody gone. I don't know. Because in that area, is a Black Hawk helicopter running some kind of maneuvers at night? Lights off? I don't know. See, that's what there's so many different. There's investigations going on now. I think right now it's a rescue effort more than anything. I'm sorry. Recovery effort more so than anything else because they don't expect any survivors. But I don't know. And I could say, yeah, well, you know, sure. That's exactly what it was. But it could be laser from a satellite. Why not that? Elon Musk got satellites.
We just had drones.
Drones flying. Got wildfire.
Got Space Force. They building robots.
Well, yeah, Josh.
Hey, man, listen. Good morning to you both.
How you?
Good morning, Josh. Josh, you know that's not for me and you.
Never knew morning means just only for sad occasion only. I thought it was morning was a part of the day, but
the spellings are completely different. But you know,
I kind of like moaning.
Now that's good. That's a good one right there, Greg.
I'm a big fan of moaning. Yeah.
Boy, good morning, boy. That's good. That's a good one right there. That's the best morning ever. Good morning. But yeah, man, you put it together, Kimber. It wasn't Kansas City. It was Kansas, the state.
Got it.
But once again, why is a helicopter, first of all, flying in that airspace, which should be restricted by any other flying object at nighttime?
But isn't that why it'll be an accident though, bro?
But is it?
Yeah, they could call it accident.
Right.
Call it accident.
But what if it is? Now I'm not discounting your theory. I'm really not. Trust me, I'm not. But what if it's just an accident?
I'm sorry, girl, and I didn't watch enough Heat of the Night.
Not Heat of the Night, sir.
I knew it. I said night agent. I
didn't watch enough Heat of the Night to know that this is not right to me. I don't see this reason. I don't see the reason of it. Like, is the helicopter like practicing any type of safety maneuver?
And that's where you're going. That's my point. I did not just say that. I started naming reasons why it could be, but that is going down the rabbit hole.
Well, they couldn't tell them. They didn't tell them. Now, word on the street is that they told the plane person that, hey, we in the air, and the helicopter dude say he saw the plane person, and before it all happened, did he say it went silent after that? Like, dude, come on, man. You see this big plane like you can maneuver better than a helicopter. An airplane could do it. You could have been maneuvered, go down lower or go higher, whatever way you want to do it. But you shouldn't be in that airspace, period. That's how I feel.
Well,
and that's how they got a tuberculosis outbreak in Kansas.
Well, listen, I cannot argue with your in the heat of the night knowledge, brother. I'm not going to even go back for it with you. I feel what you're saying, but I don't know. I'm going to keep watching until we find. And if we ever know, Josh, if we ever know.
We're going to know. They're going to make a movie out of it 30 years from now.
Maybe I could get a job. I'll take it. I'll be there as traffic controller trying to save the people. Look out!
You'll be Morgan Freeman. You'll be here. But Michael Moore will make a movie. He'll make a movie about this 30 years from now.
Oh, that might be pushing my limit, bro. They're going to have to do like 3 years. Yeah, we're going to have to see that.
Stay around, brother. By the time he leaves and the smart people get back in office, they'll invent something to keep us living longer, a little bit longer than we did.
I'm not stepping in that machine, cousin. Don't go.
Right.
Don't. If they tell you that's what it do, trust one thing, that's what it don't. Don't go up there, bro. Trust your boy. Trust your boy. Thank you for that, Josh.
This whole thing don't sound right with me.
I got you. You listen. You got folks agreeing with you, Cam, saying you got a point. And listen, you already sold Kimber. So
Kimber, before I go, oh boy, that call back as much as you want, Coleman, hit you real quick, didn't it?
I appreciate for people to call. You know what I'm saying? The debate is not the issue at all, but what you're not gonna do is play with me.
You don't want to hear another about that.
There you go. Go ahead, Josh. Clean up that mess you're making, man.
I'm not gonna clean it up. I'm adding fuel to the fire.
Mister, you got my point. That was sarcasm. Goodbye.
But this is the thing, right? Josh is fair and he's consistent. Everybody can get it, and I'm cool on that, right? And I do want to point out that Mark don't like the heat when it comes for him, but he is all for lighting the match and watching somebody else.
It's a front porch side.
Right.
There you
right.
go.
So what I'm talking about is the fact that, what did Mark say? I'm looking for it now. He said something he said Corey needs to call more often so he can undo Graylin's work he's doing with Kimber. But the problem is, Mark, when that hits you, you don't be liking that. So don't order something that you're gonna want to send back, because undoing the doing is very difficult. But yeah, Josh goes on to say make calls limited again. No, I welcome the conversation. And you know what? I actually was thinking about this before I got here, because recently I've had some spirited debates with people, And my go-to when people are saying things that I disagree with, or people are saying things that I have identified as falsehoods, I usually ignore them. That's my go-to, because as good as I am at going back and forth and round for round, I don't really want to do it. I am laziness personified. I am. I like to eat. I like to sleep. And those are my favorite hobbies. But that doesn't mean I'm not skilled at it.
You're good at sleeping. I've seen you nap.
Well, not just napping, and you funny. But no, I'm saying, like, I can debate and challenge you and also supply evidence. But if we're not gonna speak on evidence and you are moving the goalposts, changing your position, adding, conflating other issues, like, yeah, no.
No good.
No. And in my real life, again, I would ignore you. But on the platform, nah, I'm not. I can't let that stand.
504-582-9422. Good morning, Ken Jones. What's happening?
Good morning, Brother Grill, and thanks. Good morning, Kimber.
Good
How are you?
morning.
Wow.
Oh, man, I feel special.
I haven't seen you in a while.
Moist.
Oh,
yeah.
You aggravating. Lord.
So, tell you like this, real talk. If we're not advocating for our positions, if we're not educating our people on what's going on, if we're not donating time and or effort, and we are not voting, most importantly, what do we think we're going to get? I mean, I understand people are human beings and they feel they have value. They also feel their opinions matter. But if you are not actively in the arena, and we are voting 30%, 40%, who's going to respect you? Let's be real about what this is. If we don't support businesses in our community, or more importantly, if those businesses do not provide the services at the level in the ways they should, there's some understanding, people getting started and things happening. But what happened to the culture of excellence? What happened to we got to be better, 2.5 times better? I can tell you, and I'll tell you a quick story. Dwayne Evans, who is the outgoing U.S. attorney, and myself were standing in the lobby at Loyola Law School one day talking. While we're talking, another student walked up to us and said, I bet y'all are affirmative action. She asked Dwayne his score. He told her his score. And he said, look, I'm an electrical engineer. I'm not great at all this stuff, but I'll be just fine. Hence, he has been. She asked me my score. Her score was a 28. My score was a 36. I had the highest incoming score in the class. I'm not DEI, baby. I ain't here on no handout. I'm here because I belong here. We need to get back to that thinking. If we do not, and particularly if we do not vote, we have nothing but trouble coming. These folks is here to take our stuff. We've seen this before. If you look at 1924, 1925, it looks just like now. This isn't the first time we had this movement go down. History tells us clearly. They ain't going to put me back in those shackles. Well, they ain't got to put you back in shackles. They just got to relegate you and stick you in the right spot.
Mm-hmm.
But before you try to help, put your own oxygen mask on, and then you can help the next guy, like they tell you on the plane. Because when I see these Asians, when I see Hispanics, they're all doing things together. But we got to get off the plantation. And stop trying to pull the next man down. Hey, I may not necessarily be what you with, but I'm not going to try to stop you from doing something that's positive to help you and yours. We need to get off of that, he thinks he too much, this, that, and other. And maybe you don't think you enough. Maybe that's the problem. What's in your head? What's on your mind? Change that to a different channel. People are poor, not financially, they're poor mentally. And if you have a poor mentality, you're going to have a poor pocketbook. Because the richest people I know may not be wealthy, but they sure are rich in their mind. With that said, brother, thank you for the platform. Thank you for advocating the way you've advocated. doing the things. People don't really know what you guys do out in the community. I know what you're doing. I thank you very, very much for doing just that. And, hey, keep up the good work.
Yeah,
And
you're right.
people out there, and look,
Thank you, Ken Jones.
Jones.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate the call. Keep listening.
All right.
All right. Later. It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
See y'all on the other side of the break.
This is your news update for WBOK 1230 AM from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Patchy fog possible this morning, especially over water. Visibility at times could be less than a mile. We're a good 10 to 15 degrees warmer than yesterday's start. Mostly cloudy, highs in the upper 60s to mid-70s and breezy. Showers and storms after midnight through the Friday morning commute. Then partly cloudy Friday, highs similar to today. The weekend looks nice. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
That's right. It's party time each and every Sunday night at 7 p.m. on WBOK. It's the Throwback Throwdown with DJ Wick as he brings you the best in old school from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and the early 2Ks. Plus, the party goes to another level at 9 p.m. with the Throwback Throwdown Party Mix to round out the night. It's the Throwback Throwdown Sunday nights at 7 p.m. on WBOK 1230 AM and on the World Wide Web at WBOK1230.com.
The new year brings new health goals and wealth goals. Protecting your identity is an important step. Your info is in endless places that could expose you to identity theft, leading to lost funds. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Resolve to make identity health and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Welcome to Chemical of the Month, a service of the community scientist and Rise St. James. This month, we're focusing on cadmium, a highly toxic metal commonly found in batteries, pigments, and industrial waste. Exposure can severely impact your lungs, kidneys, and bones. Visit risestjames.org to learn more about how cadmium affects you and what steps you can take to safeguard your family. Together, we can fight for a safer, healthier future. Rise St. James, standing strong for health, justice, and a toxic-free environment.
Visit DePaul's new Algiers Health Center at 2801 General de Gaulle Drive to receive primary and preventive care for both adults and children. Services also include behavioral health, imaging, and on-site pharmacy, vision, Medicaid enrollment assistance, and more. For appointments, visit DePaulCommunityHealthCenters.org or call 504-207-3060.
Hello, I'm Gary Clark. Please tune in to Dr. Clark 101, The Living Classroom, which is broadcasted weekly every Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. on WBOK 1230 AM on your dial. And as always, it's been a pleasure.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
So vast is the sky, with faraway clouds just wandering by. Where do they go? Oh, I don't know, don't know. Wind that speaks to the leaves, telling stories that no one believes. Stories of love belong to you and me. Oh, Gingy, if I only had words, I would say all the beautiful things that I see when you're with me. Oh, my Gingy. Oh, Gingy. like the song of the wind in the trees. That's how my heart is singing, Dindy. Happy Dindy, when you're with me. I love you more each day. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'd let you go away if you take me with you. Don't you know, Gingy, I'd be running and searching for you like a river that can't find the sea. That would be me without you, my Gingy. Oh, Gingy. Ah, Gingy. Ah, Gingy.
Welcome back, y'all. Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
I'm your host, Braylon Brian Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Good morning, y'all.
Brother Nyron on the other side of the glass with a classic Brazilian cut from Juan Antonio Jobim called Dindi. Spelled D-I-N-D-I.
Mm-hmm. And I hope you enjoyed that one, Mr. Larry.
Ah, yeah. I think Mr. Larry called here and requested that song one time.
Yes, he did.
So I hope you got a kick out of that one. It has been made by so many people. It's a classic song. Jobim was the first one to do it. Great Brazilian singing songwriter. And it has been, even El DeBarge made it.
Okay.
What's my man name? Not Mongo Santa Maria. Willie Bobo.
Okay.
Willie Bobo remade. Then there's so many different versions, and they are all really good. Josh said this dude sing worse than Key Sweat. No, he don't.
No, he does not.
No, he don't.
He does not.
But I appreciate your opinion.
Not Keith Sweat.
Yes, indeed, y'all. We are really hoping you all are enjoying today's foray to Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
I know that y'all know that was probably one of the places that got so many of our folks dropped off during the diaspora, which is why the Brazilian people are so beautiful.
Mm-hmm. And they love us.
They love us.
Ooh.
Yes. So if you have not had a chance to go on down there, according to the latest census, 43% of the population, 92.1 million, describe themselves as pardo or brown, meaning multiracial. Pardo in Brazilian. You black? Pardo. Right? 43% as white, 10.2%, 20 million as black, 1.2 million as indigenous, and 850,000 as East Asian, officially called yellow or amarela. Amarela. There you go.
Yes.
0.4%. So you can go down there and fit right in.
Sure could.
You know? If you ever traveled in Brazil, in the Caribbean, I am telling you, it's going home.
Yeah.
You see everybody, everybody that you thought you knew, everybody that looks like you, cousins, uncles, neighbors, friends, enemies, frenemies, all of them. That's my first trip to Jamaica, man. I was literally 17 days I was there. And every day I was seeing somebody who reminded me of somebody. and I mean facial features and just wow, because it's like being home.
Right.
It's like being home. So we hoping you are enjoying this trip because we sure are enjoying bringing it to you. Makes me want to travel and I want to go somewhere.
Okay.
I'm due for a trip,
Mhm.
and not work trip because I got something coming up that I'm gonna have to go on.
And that is for your.
Yeah, that's work.
Yeah.
But I need a trip that's like Brazil,
Mhm.
where now if somebody wanted to shoot a movie and just fly me down to Brazil, don't get me
Hey.
wrong, I'll take that too.
Gladly.
I will
Gladly.
certainly take that. But yeah, as a vacation,
Mhm.
yeah. Bahia. I called my man Donald Ramsey to get my travel log because he is Brasilia Nanado, Brasilia aficionado.
Mhm.
Yes, and I would find out, say, but where I need to be, who I need to go see, yeah, because he knows. And there are several expatriate New Orleanians who found a new home in Brazil, got down there and just saw it, just like, oh, no. Hey, put your mama on the phone.
I ain't coming back. Have a nice life.
There you go.
Mhm.
That's right. That's right. And to hang out down there. And you're right. The official language of Brazil is Portuguese, which is such a romantic language.
Mhm.
It's a
I have 2
beautiful thing.
students who speak Portuguese.
Speak Portuguese?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I get a Babel, that's what I might take, Portuguese.
Okay.
Either that or-
Duolingo too.
Duolingo?
Duolingo has it has all sorts of languages.
Either Portuguese or Mandarin Chinese.
Oh God. Mari speaks Mandarin.
That's good. That's good. Got a friend of mine, his son actually teaches English in
Oh,
China.
where? Yeah.
In China. Black dude, shout out to Malik, man. Out there doing this thing.
Mhm.
I'm like, yeah, bro. I ain't mad at you. It's good to have a different language you could disappear into and people come looking for you.
Absolutely.
You could hear exactly what they said. You will know.
Mm-hmm.
Forewarned is forearmed, baby. It's the Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Stick and stay. Y'all don't go nowhere. We'll see you on the other side of the break. I see you, D. Ramsey.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK 1230 AM, Go, and Equity Media Station.
This news report is brought to you by New Schools for New Orleans.
I'm Bree Wood with 4 things you should know with BIN News. President Trump has been briefed on the Potomac River plane crash where a military helicopter collided with an American Airlines jet. He thanked first responders for their search and rescue efforts. OpenAI is investigating if Chinese startup DeepSeek used ChatGPT data to build its AI assistants, suspecting inappropriate distillation of its model. They are aware of such practices in China. NASA scientists revealed that samples from the ancient asteroid Bennu contain water and 14 of the 20 amino acids essential for life. NASA's Nikki Fox noted Bennu originated from a celestial body critical for life's emergence. And Hamas is planning to release 3 Israeli hostages today. This is part of Phase 1 of the ceasefire and hostage deal, with 2 rounds of releases having already taken place. I'm Bree Wood on the Black Information Network, your home for Black News First.
New Schools for New Orleans wants to send a special shout out to our partner, the All-State Sugar Bowl. During the holiday break, over 30 teachers had the opportunity to ride in the New Year's Eve parade, and boy, did they have a blast. In addition, we had over 60 teachers attend the All-State Sugar Bowl game. Out of the 60, 11 teachers received a $1,000 gift card to purchase needed supplies to enhance the learning experiences for their students. Thank you, All-State Sugar Bowl, for your commitment to NOLA's teachers.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
All the birds of a feather do what we love most of all. We are the best at rhythm and laughter. That's why we love Carnival. Oh, so clear we can sing to the sun and nature's big moon. Dance to the music, passion and love. Show us the best you can do. Everyone here is on fire. Get up and join in the fun. Dance with a stranger, romance and danger. Magic could happen for real. In Rio, all by itself. You can't see it coming. You can't find it anywhere else. It's real. In Rio, know something else. You can't feel it happen. You can't feel it. Show you all around De Janeiro. Oh, teach you about to be like a drummer. Don't act shy, girl, you know you wanna dance, 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 dance. Girl, you know you wanna dance, 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 dance.
Welcome back, y'all. Front Porch, WBOK, 12:30 a.m. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
I'm your host, Graylin Brian Banks.
And I'm your host, Kim Boyd Dupree. Hey, y'all.
For the Nyron on the other side of the glass, y'all. I know you're enjoying your trip down to Brazil. Yes, indeed. That's the warm-up dance for the girls. Huh?
So this took me back years ago, but it's still relevant because when I was in the studio still teaching, I would use the current soundtracks to things that kids would listen to for warm-ups for gymnastics.
Mm-hmm.
And so Rio lasted for a very, very, very long time. Rio, the Lion King, the Wiggles, but Rio lasted a long time because they had to do so many different movements in a space with a bunch of kids where they would circle the entire room. And to see the little pint-sized kiddos
Mhm.
going around and then singing the lyrics to the songs while they were doing it, it was like pure joy being in the studio with them. So yeah, that brought me way back, and then brought me back to even when my kids were younger, because thanks to the great people over at Ashe,
Mhm.
the drums and the music, they still had that exposure there, so it still carried over
Okay.
into the extracurricular. Because CJ took tumbling and gymnastics with me for a little while, but Mari, she went all the way through till she finished. But Rio lasted for a very, very long time, and it really, for all of the different things they did, nobody ever got tired or aggravated because the music kept them going. Like you listen to that, you can't be sad.
You can't.
You can't be sad. Like it's too it's too up tempo and high energy for you to you would have to focus on just being angry and ornery. So yeah, that took me
You'd have
back.
to want to.
Yeah. I want to be angry right now. You really have to focus your energy to be angry listening to that. So yeah, I enjoyed that. Thank you, Naren.
Very good.
That was very, very enjoyable.
Yes, indeed, y'all.
Mhm.
And it's enjoyable being with y'all. And we thank y'all for sticking with us as we roll into this third and final hour of today's episode of The Front Porch, continuing our broadcast from the historic campus of Xavier University from our studios right here at the foot of the overpass on South Norman C. Francis Parkway. www.wbok1230.com is the address. 504-582-9422 is the talk line number. Holler at your people. Let us know what's happening.
Mhm.
All right. No, Josh, your knowledge of Brazil is actually less than you think, because Vanessa Del Rio is Puerto Rican and Cuban.
Not
Yeah.
Brazilian.
She's not Brazilian.
At all.
Yeah, Puerto Rican and Cuban. Very famous, though. She holds a special place in my heart. Yes, you do.
Okay.
Yes. Vanessa Del Rio was a star, baby.
Alrighty.
Yes, she was.
Indeed a star of some sort.
Oh, absolutely.
Indeed a star of some
Absolutely.
sort. Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you. Now, we're getting a few updates from Cam about the Orange Guys press conference about the plane crash. And, of course, he's blaming the DEI hires from the Obama administration for the... Y'all get used to this, man. It's what you asked for.
Mhm.
There's the idea. I'm just gonna say this, and you know I love history. The idea of any relevant, pertinent, or accurate information coming from that platform on that podium is very slim. The record for not holding press conferences, the record for not having an actual press secretary, all of the things that would allow the highest office in the land to communicate with the people were all at record dearth during the first Trump administration. The idea of disseminating information to the public is not high on their list. So any information that they give is suspect, which is why their idea to undermine the entirety of the government goes from the top. You can't believe me because everything I tell you is a lie. And I'm telling you because I'm lying. But I never tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I just tell you everything that I'm telling you is based on what a lie that somebody told me, and I never get around. And you know what's even more striking? You never ask.
There's that.
But there I go.
There's that.
There I go. I'm gonna let that go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's again, y'all trying to drag me down that rabbit hole.
Ain't
Silly
gonna do
wabbit.
it. Ain't gonna do it. Ain't gonna do it.
Silly wabbit. No, man, I am not surprised at any of that. And you know what? Josh said we're in the days of the book 1984. I saw a meme, and I actually was really trying to get it made into a T-shirt. I loved it. It was a picture of George Orwell.
Okay.
And George Orwell was the author who wrote 1984, along with Animal Farm, two must-reads. In this day and age, two must-reads, 1984 and Animal Farm. But the meme said, it's a picture of Orwell, and it said, "You a-holes, I wrote 1984 as a warning, not as an instruction manual." And if you've ever read 1984, that would resound like it did with me, because I am telling you, the ministry of truth is coming. You already got Truth Social. You already got Truth Social.
Or lack of.
Well, that's what it's called. But we used to, in 1984, you had the ministry of truth. Man, I'm telling you, just do yourself a favor and read the book. Just do yourself a favor and read 1984. And when you get through read 1984, read Animal Farm.
Get out of my head.
Oh, you already know. All animals are created equal.
Get out of my head.
It's just that some are more equal than others. Orwell was, dude, I'm telling you, if you're not doing anything, you haven't read them, or if you're not doing anything, you want to reread them, or if you never read them, trust your brother. 1984 and Animal Farm, not necessarily in that order,
yeah.
But read them and tell me, do you see any similarities in what Orwell warned us about and what we've got going on right now? I think you're not going to see there's much light in between those extremes. Check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out. I want you to see it. For yourself. For yourself. That's right. 1984 was a book club selection. It was in the beginning. I think it was it was right after Things Fall Apart. We started with Things Fall Apart, Chinua Achebe, and then we went into 1984. Orwell. I don't think we ever got around to Animal Farm. So if you've already read 1984 and you want to get some Orwell in your life, then read Animal Farm. Another excellent, excellent treat. And now, got to remember, Orwell was in London writing about the Soviet menace. Remember when the Soviets was a menace? Doggone it. There you go with that history again, Graylin. That's the stuff that they try not to tell the people.
But the fact that people are not paying attention to the fact that we are trying to be friends with Russia, but the the Union of Soviet Socialist Republic, they were opposition like at all turns.
Not big believers in freedom.
At all
big believers
turns.
in freedom. So there you go. And that's what Orwell was talking about. When Orwell wrote both 1984 and Animal Farm, he was talking about that, rise of fascism and that whole thing. So yeah, check him out. You may see some similarities in the big smiling faces who keep trying to tell you what's going on. Yeah, check him out. I think you'll enjoy it.
I do think.
Yes, indeed. What else is going on out here? The final analysis came out as to how much snow we had during the blizzard. And an area nearly the size of South Carolina received at least 2 inches of snow in last week's winter storm across southern and central Louisiana and southeastern Texas. That's a lot of snow, y'all. That was a lot of snow, and I'm so glad it's gone. But I tell you, we broke a record from 1879, and also that was the snow record, but we also broke some temperature records, especially here in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
And in Grosse Tete, between Baton Rouge and Lafayette, 1 degree for a sustained period of time. That was the coldest that they had recorded in quite some time.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. And I heard that it was all either La Nina or what's the other lady name? LaDonna?
El Nino.
El Nino, La Nina. I know. Whoever them different people is that be sending the weather down in this direction, please don't.
It's funny how they don't like to name disasters after them white people. They be reaching for other cultures to name disasters after.
Listen, could y'all have a typhoon grailing and send it somewhere through here? I wouldn't mind that. Tear some of this stuff up. I would not listen. I told you. I'll take credit for it. Send it through. Send it through. If I could give you direct coordinates, I would tell you exactly where we'd like to see it if you would not mind. If you would not mind, I'd send it to you right there. Yes, I would. Yo, but no, just see, but global warming isn't real. Of course it's not. Of course it's not. You know? And that's, you're making my point. When the rain falls, it don't fall on one man's house. When the bad times come, they don't just fall on the people who they thought was going to fall on the bad time. It's coming. We might continue the book club, Mark. Now we're doing people a disservice. Well, we've been doing some other stuff, man. We've been, entertaining the thought process and talking about stuff that's going on. You know how we do.
But also, let's be clear. Everybody did not participate. And I know that you are not one of the people that we can't say that did not participate, but we had some people who didn't.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
Participation, just like TikTok, Hillman Talk, you're going to have to actually participate.
We need numbers. 504-582-9422. Good morning, Richard. What's happening?
Oh, not too much. I heard y'all talking about Brazil.
Yes, sir.
And I was trying to find out, a lot of time when you talk about countries like you talk about the good time, I'm wanting to find out more about the politics of it. Are people of color what kind of offices they hold down there?
Oh, I haven't. You got me beat. If you know anything about Brazilian politics, you probably got me beat, brother. I really don't. I have traveled in many places around the globe, and unless there was a state bulletin about the danger level, I never actually checked into the politics of a place where I went. So, in answer to your question, I don't know. Is something you want to enlighten us with?
No, my main thing is I used to live in Atlanta. I'm living here in New Orleans now, but the Portuguese that I knew in Atlanta were racist. So I always wanted to go to Brazil, to be honest with you, for the Mardi Gras, for
Carnival. Yeah, for Carnival.
For the Carnival season. And because what I hear from people that have been there for that, meaning white people that I knew in Houston, they take off a week and spend a weekend down there, and they come back and spend a week at home resting. So, but they say the most beautiful women you ever want to put your eyes on in that country.
And the women say some of the most beautiful men. Que sera,
but I guess what I was saying from a man's standpoint, I was looking at it like that, but knowing the background that I've met personally of the white culture, Portuguese is not one of the countries that consider black people equal. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear you. But I'd love to see you go now, because I know plenty of people who have not had any problems, who were welcome, who were taken care of, who experienced exemplary hospitality to the point that they moved down to Brazil. So I think you ought to go, though, Rich. I mean, I can dig getting other people's opinion and how they felt, but I ain't nothing like seeing it for yourself, cousin. Go down there and find out for yourself how they treat you, not how they treat somebody else. See how they treat you.
Yeah. You say you've been there. Do you have an idea what kind of costs it costs to go to Brazil and places like that?
I mean, just like any other vacation, it depends on the level of comfort. You could get a hostel and spend $300, or you could get a penthouse at the best hotel on Copacabana Beach and spend $3,000. I don't know how you travel. So, but if cost is a thing, I'm sure there are different price points for any type of travel that you would want to do. But I would admonish you, my brother, to go and see for yourself and see what kind of experience you have down there, as opposed to letting somebody else color that for you. You feel me?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yes, sir.
I agree with you. But I was just trying to find out anywhere the history. You have any knowledge of the history? Did some of the boats go to Brazil from Africa or something like that?
Absolutely.
Brazil was the biggest port. We know American history of slavery because we're Americans, but a lot of people don't know the history of the diaspora in the Middle Atlantic slave trade. There were so many Africans that were dropped off in and around Brazil. That's why the coloration that you see in and around South America in Brazil is what it is. The mix of natives and enslaved Africans that were brought there to work the fields and to do all the things that we were doing when they got further up the Caribbean and got to the United States or America. But thank you for that, Rich. We got to take this break, man. Keep listening.
All right, my brother.
All right.
All right.
It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Stick and stay, y'all. We're going to see you on the other side of the break.
Hey, New Orleans, Tavis Smiley here, inviting you to join me each weekday evening at 7 p.m. right here on WBOK 1230 a.m. for the Tavis Smiley Show. You can expect great guests and getting the answers you need to know. It's the Tavis Smiley Show on our new home in New Orleans, WBOK 1230 a.m.
Tavis Smiley. Ranked number 45 on the Heavy 100 list of the 100 most important radio talk show hosts in America.
Good morning. I'm Daryl Forges with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. An American Airlines plane collided with a Black Hawk helicopter.
Welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
I'm your host, Graylin Brian Banks.
And I'm your host, Kibba White Dupree. Good morning, y'all.
Brother Jared on the other side of the glass, throwing it over to us right here on this Travel Thursday. Hope you have been enjoying our foray down to Brazil and through nothing but fate, karma, kismet. We have company on the Front Porch, Kimber.
Yes, we do.
On this Travel Thursday, we are joined right here by Mauricio Blanco with Pollo Campero, a brand new, well, not brand new, but expanding fast food brand that is out in Kenner and will be opening up and going to several places very soon. Mauricio, good morning and welcome to the Front Porch.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure to have you, man.
Same. Appreciate the opportunity of being here. Thanks to your audience as well.
Absolutely. You got our studio smelling really good, my friend.
Very, very,
very good. You want to take a bite and you want me to talk, or you want to talk and I'll take me a bite? One of the two.
You go for it.
All
you
right,
go
then
first.
you talk to the people. Mauricio, this Kimber, y'all talk about these.
Good morning, and again, welcome to the Front Porch. So, pollo, many people will say polo.
Polo, yes.
Yes. But of course, pollo campero. Campero has different definitions, outside or camp or
field, right? That's from the.
Yeah. So how did you come up with the name pollo campero?
You know what? That one I do not have the answer.
Okay.
I'll tell you that.
Okay.
This was done by a family out in Guatemala in 1971.
Mm-hmm.
That's where this all started. A very interesting project, and from there it's now gone to over 350 stores, worldwide, and then has tremendous success in El Salvador and Guatemala.
Okay.
Personally, I've been, with the brand for 9+ years and worked on developing stores around the country in North Carolina and other, states, Maryland, and, now here in Louisiana. And, help with, Atlanta and Chicago, Florida, different places where we have developed stores.
And you're at 100 stores right now.
Over 116 currently.
So we've gone beyond in the United States. And
Yes.
You already have a location in Kenner, and you're looking to the West Bank to add an additional store as well, or a restaurant as well.
Correct. Yeah, we currently have the store in Kenner. We moved here, so all of our businesses are in North Carolina, and we acquired this one in May of 2023.
Okay.
And we came to the Kenner area. Very glad we did. It's a phenomenal community, and we've been welcomed with warm arms. It's been phenomenal. We're more than excited for what we've been able to accomplish, and we took on the challenge, and currently we sit number 1 in customer satisfaction in the system, and we've seen a tremendous increase in sales. I mean, double-digit increase in sales, which is not the norm for restaurants, right? Especially in complicated times. So we're excited for that opportunity, and what we've been able to create in our community. Being Kenner the only one, I guess it posed a little bit of complication for people in different other areas where they have to travel further to come to us, right?
Yes.
So the repetition is not as frequent because, if you live in the West Bank, and the whole thing of West Bankers and East Bankers in here, which I didn't know.
Welcome to New Orleans, my friend.
Yeah, and so when we learned about that, we said, well, there's an opportunity, right? So we can, start looking at, the West Bank as options. Of course, it's not easy because this market is, the inventory when it comes to real estate is very limited. And it was complicated. I mean, we spent countless amount of days and miles just driving around myself looking for places, and
this is New Orleans.
Yeah.
So the competition
It's
ranges
heavy.
from being able to get food at a corner store that is 5-star or going to a restaurant. So yeah, the competition is very heavy.
Yeah, I remember calling a place and I said, this place is great. And I call, and the guy said, I posted the sign at 9 a.m. It was gone out of the market at 12. I was like, I just recently did it. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. 3 hours, and you're talking about things that are not even cheap. I mean, it's not a place that's, a cheap rent, but which is good, right? And it speaks of what the market is, right? Because as you said, people understand that New Orleans and the market is all about good food. And I was reading the other day how many countries have operations in New Orleans. I was in a meeting with the Louisiana Economic Development, and the lady was saying there's like over 50 countries that have operations in New Orleans when it comes to food. That's crazy. I mean, you don't think that, But
and that's because people forget they here in New Orleans, they think French Quarter, Mardi Gras, big party, but we are a port city.
Yes.
And we were known for a long time as the gateway to the Americas.
Yeah.
So the idea that we've got so many folks represented here goes in line with that. So yeah, and you guys, man, this is a great representation. I've never had Polio Campero before, but Gracie, one of our long-term listeners, say, "Oh, I love Polio Campero." So she's obviously familiar with you guys. This tastes good, man.
Thank you.
Is that the Central American? I know it started in Guatemala.
Yeah.
And there's some flavors in here that are familiar, but a little different, and they're very good. I know you can't give me the 17 secret recipes.
I don't even know what it is. You know, they
but
made
tell
it
me a
to,
little bit about this flavor.
Yeah, they made it to where, you know, there's no way for us to know. I mean, it's just a bag that, you know, it's this brown paper bag that comes with the breading, right?
Guy with sunglasses.
They handle permitting, I guess, with the health department and whatnot, which is really good, right? We take a lot of pride in the recipe and the consistency and the quality of the product. We know that, you know, what makes us different and sets us apart from any other fried chicken is that we never fry the chicken. It's always fresh, comes fresh, and then the process is very labor intensive. You know, we have a lot of processes that we follow to ensure the quality, and we're very strict on that. Once fried, I mean, we only keep it for a few minutes, you know, so it's not even an hour, and then it has to go out. Because we have to make sure.
If it's not been purchased in that time, it's a done deal.
Done deal.
Wow, that's real fresh.
And personally, I am extremely strict on that, right? Because one of the reasons why you buy into a franchise is because you want to follow a process, right? And if this group of people, you know, decided, hey, this is the process that makes us successful, why would you go out of the way? You
try to change it.
And I think people appreciate that because every time they go, they'll find a consistent product, you know, that's fresh, that tastes really good, and that you know, they'll ensure that it makes sense, right? It gives them value for their money, right? Which is nowadays is a big thing, right?
Absolutely.
Things are not what they used to be, right?
No, man.
They are
not.
not.
You go to fast food and you no longer think of your, you know, dollar fast food meal, right? There's none of that.
So
I think now more than ever.
This is dinner for so many folks. I mean, this is the real meal. Maybe sometimes the only one of the day. But you guys were famous for fried chicken.
Correct.
But you have started the grilled. Is that what you're doing with it? The new flavor?
Yeah. Well, the
new
company,
preparation, I'll say.
The company, you know, they're actively working on having new offerings, right? Because you also got to think that if you want to expand to a broader audience, you know, then you also have to find different offerings, right? Because fried chicken is not for everybody.
Right.
So what I love about this is that whatever product they have added, they put a lot of thought into making sure that it's quality products. So we're not going to halfway do it. It's going to be done to perfection with the style that Pollo Campero does their stuff all the time. And, you know, that recipe of the grill, very famous. People come to us for that. There's a lot of people that travel. Even I see it at the window, and people tell me, I'm coming from Baton Rouge just to get this.
Wow. So tell us
crazy.
a little bit about the food that you brought for us today, because I've had a chance to taste at least one of the items on the plate, and
empanadas.
Let the people know what it is that you have shared with us on today.
Yeah, so we brought so you guys can taste you know, both recipes, right? So fried and grilled, and also the empanadas. The empanada is made with the same chicken that, you know, the same fried chicken that we then shredded to make those empanadas. All handmade, in-house, fresh, of course. And you know, as he was talking about the fried chicken, it has some secret ingredients in there, right? Which I invite everyone to, you know, swing by the store, check this out, and try it out. You know, because I believe when it comes to food, right, what's the best way to talk about it other than trying it? You know, because you don't talk flavor, right?
You don't. You do not. It's gonna speak. What do they say? The proof of the pudding is in the tasting, right? That's right.
And then we also have 2 different types of drinks that you brought us as well.
Correct. I also have Jamaica, which is the hibiscus tea, and horchata, which is the signature drink for us. Those are the 2 famous ones. And, of course, we have soft drinks and all that. But, you know, people that know our brand understand that those are drinks that you go to Campero for.
Now, for those who may not be familiar, please tell them what the horchata is.
It's it's an interesting combination of, it's made out of, has rice and milk and cinnamon and a bunch of other secretness in there, of course.
A lot of secrets at Pollo Campero.
Yes, we hold secrets. Secrets that ensure quality, which is good, right? It's not a bad type of secret. But yeah, interesting. And then, of course, among the Hispanic community, it's a drink that's been, you know, with, you know, the Hispanic community for hundreds of years.
Absolutely.
We,
Absolutely.
simply took it as part of our own and made it a king product for Campero.
Now you guys are here now. Do you have plans for further expansion in the U.S.? You started off. Where did you say you started on?
Well, the first store was open in Los Angeles, right?
In Los
That was
Angeles,
a
okay.
corporate store. In our case, we are a franchise group, and we acquired the one in Kenner.
Yes.
As part of
Which
our
has been there for a while.
it's been there for a number of years.
Yes.
And, which is one of the reasons that we thought it was interesting to do it, right? Because there's already roots in the city. And as part of that, in our development agreement, we got to open 4 more stores to have a total of 5. Right now, we are working on one that will open in the summer of 2025.
Okay.
And that will be in Marrero.
That's
that we
Marrero.
can-
Oh, that's in my neighborhood.
Yeah, it'll be right on La Palco and Barataria, which
That
is all
is
the action in
literally
there.
walking distance from my
Yeah.
house.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
Uh-huh.
That's awesome. Yeah, so we're very excited for that because, as I was telling you off the air, we have identified that a bunch of our consumers are in that area.
Yes.
So when it comes to food and quality, I guess you also have to focus on being a good solution to people, right? And be close to them, because imagine you say, well, it's really good, but I have to go an hour and a half between the round trip.
You're going to find something not as good, but closer.
Right, exactly.
That's what's going to happen, yeah.
Exactly. So, we want to stay closer to our community, our people, and bring the flavor of Pollo Campero to the West Bank area. So we're excited for that. And then we have 3 more to work on after that one.
More to come.
More to come.
And you
yeah.
come back and tell us every time you
I'll
come,
come
you
back
bring
and
some
tell
more
you,
of this
let you
chicken.
know for sure.
All right. We're
We'll
going
do
to
that.
invite you back. Tell the folks where the present store is. If anybody want to taste this food, and I would recommend it. The grilled is actually I like better than the fried. I'm
Okay.
going to be honest. It's very good, very moist.
I'm still on the empanada.
I love that too. Tell the folks where the store is in Kenner, and if there's a website, how they can find out more. If they're going to travel from here, they can take a look at the menu and all that good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So we do have an app. Yeah, you can check it out.
Okay.
With Campero, Campero USA. You'll find it. It has all of our locations, the menu. You can also order from there. You can order online. You can order delivery or takeout from that app. In Kenner, we are located in 2810 Williams Boulevard in Kenner, Louisiana. We're on the intersection of Veterans and Williams, so that's
Right in
very
the heart
easy to
of it.
find, right,
Yeah,
right there. And then for that one, we are open 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Sunday. And on the new one that we're working on, that one will be on La Palco Boulevard. That's 4808 La Palco Boulevard. That's right at the entrance of the Walmart. That's on close to
Yes.
La Palco and Barataria.
Yes.
Oh, are you all going in the
old
old
Hardee's.
Arby? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I know exactly where that is.
Yeah,
There you go.
That's where we're going. Yeah.
And that community has you have 2 high schools in that area.
Yes.
So when you put your now hiring, expect the people from the community to start coming.
You gotta
sure.
love it. Mauricio Blanco with Pollo Campero. Thank you, my friend, for coming in today. I know you guys are busy with the expansion and with the ongoing business. You have an open invitation as you grow and move up. Come on back on the front porch and tell all our folks what's going on.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate the time and the opportunity.
Absolutely.
Sincerely honored.
It's the front porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Stick and stay. Y'all don't go nowhere. We got to take this quick break, and we're going to see you on the other side of it. Welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch. WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
I'm your host, Graylin Bryant Banks.
I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
Brother Jared's on the other side of the glass, bringing it to you right here, y'all. Thank you for rolling with us on this Travel Thursday. Hope you are enjoying our trip to Brazil. I think, y'all, because we having a good time bringing it to you. And right now, y'all, we are reminiscing on the meal that was offered to us by Polio Campero. And we've got several of our Front Porch folks who have been there, who know about it, who talk about the grilled chicken and everything else. It's my first time, literally first time. I hadn't even heard of them. But I will tell you this, I did not know about the fresh part. The toss out part, which really is new,
right?
To my knowledge, because I know, some of them stuff be on there, man. It's been shrunk up, look like a pigeon leg, because it's been under that light so long. But yeah, that's a good thing. But the food is very good, man. The food is very good. I had the empanada, which is crazy flavorful, man.
Very good.
Yeah.
So
good stuff. Check them out, man.
Check them
out.
out.
There in Kenner. And in the middle of the year, you West Bankers won't have to. Kimber could walk.
I could walk there.
She could walk there.
Yes.
Go get her some pollo campero.
And everywhere. So I don't know if you are familiar with that part of the West Bank, but
oh yeah, that's what because that's Lapalco and Manhattan.
No, Lapalco and close to Barataria. So you know where the Walmart is.
I do. So now, yes, okay. They got a bridge back there,
right?
On Lapalco.
Yes, but that's moving you from Harvey into. They're gonna still be in Harvey, but that's moving you closer to Marrero.
Okay, and I thought they were gonna be in Marrero.
So like where they are, it's a real thin line. Because 2 blocks down from my house is Harvey, but I live in Marrero.
Okay.
So
y'all right on the border.
Right. So where they're gonna be is it used to be the Krispy Kreme place back in the day.
Barataria and
Lapalco. But the last restaurant it was Hardee's. So they are going to be across from where the Office Depot was.
Okay.
Yeah. Right there.
Right.
When
I know right what you're talking about, by the Home Depot.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Yo, that's by Nissan to Harvey.
So they're going to kind of be across the street from Cane's.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I know the area. All right.
So they're going to be in a good location because you got a lot of people in that area and
that like chicken.
Well, that like fast food or like a variation of things. And we have smaller restaurants, but they're not chain. We don't have a bunch of chain restaurants, and so since this one is a restaurant. What is it?
Franchise.
There you go. A franchise restaurant. We have McDonald's. We have Burger King. We have Wendy's. We have Chick-fil-A. We've got the majority of the fast food things. Yeah. So that'll be something to add to. Got Taco Bell. So it's something to add to the variation if you like fast food like that.
I'm going to tell you, Cam, the empanada's rolling. I would love to have it there. Because
Hot out the grease.
Yeah. And the chicken, too, because, they're derived from Kenner here. And it did not suffer that much, which speaks a lot to the quality. They got to get it from point A to point B. And I had something the other day. I forgot what I had that I ordered. Uber Eats, and my take on it was, I'd like to try it at the place.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't really get a good, honest taste test after it's been traveling 15, 20 minutes. It's different if it comes straight out the kitchen in front of you and you're eating your food hot while it still got steam from it. Convenient to get it brought to your door, but you may lose a little quality. We want to thank you guys for giving us 3 hours out of your lives that you never get back, and we certainly hope we've given you a little bit of something in return for the investment of your time. I'm your host, Graylin Bryant Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Take care of yourselves and each other.
Brother Jared on the other side of the glass. Brother Nyron has eased off into the chicken-scented sunset. Y'all practice random acts of kindness. Do something nice for somebody just because it's a nice thing to do. Y'all take care of yourselves, and we going to see y'all on the flip.